and we're going to look at the exchange rate. Now, exchange rates are pretty easy once you know what you're doing, but exchange rates are presented in a table typically. I've only got two values in here, but just to give you an idea of what it looks like. You have your currency, so whatever your currency you have your buying price, and you have your selling price. Now, this is a table representing everything in relation to Australian dollars. So 1 Australian dollar is what this table essentially maps to. Now, what this means is what the bank or the exchange agency or whatever it is are willing to buy or sell that particular currency for. So to contextualise a bit, if I wanted to convert Australian dollars, represented by A, to any other currency, I need to take the Australian dollars, whatever amount I have, and multiply it by the selling price, because they're selling New Zealand dollars at $1.10-ish per Australian dollar. So the bank's selling you currency at that point. You're buying currency, they're selling you currency at that point. If you want to go from another currency, so I come back with New Zealand dollars, back to Australian dollars, we need to divide whatever our Australian dollars is, so whatever the amount is, so the amount of New Zealand dollars or whatever, by the buying price. So this price here, because the bank is now buying currency back off of you. Let's look at this in action. So I have 400 Australian dollars, the A400, and I want to convert it to New Zealand dollars. Well, let's look at my formula. I'm going Australian to another currency. So I do whatever my number is, so it's my $400, and multiply it by the selling price. So we go up to the table, we see our selling price is 1.1027. So we know I'm going to be a little bit more, I'll get a little bit more, right? Because I'm multiplying by 1 point something, so it should be a bit higher. So that in New Zealand dollars is then going to equal $441.08. So I've just converted my Australian to my other currency, which is my New Zealand dollars. Okay? Now, if I have 350 New Zealand dollars and I want to change it to Australian dollars, what do I do? Let's look at my thing here. Any other currency to Australian dollars is you take whatever the amount of currency you have, you divide it by the buying price. So let's take our 350 New Zealand dollars and we'll divide it by our buying price. So what's our buying price here? 1.2163. Now, we see that this number is higher than this number. That's essentially because the exchange rate varies from day to day. It goes up and down, up and down. Every single day this changes based on the strength of the economy and a whole other wealth of issues. But they're actually buying back the currency at a higher rate because it means I, in the end, get less left over. So the bank's skimming some off the top or whoever it is. So the Australian dollar might be buying $1.20 New Zealand dollars on the stock trade. However, they might only offer you $1.10 per Australian dollar, and they skim that extra 10 cents off the top for every dollar. So that's how they make their money. Anyway, back to this. We have about 350 New Zealand dollars divided by the buying price for New Zealand dollars, and that's going to equal, let's have a look, 287.76. So you can see my Australian dollars are significantly less than my New Zealand dollars there. But that's essentially how we exchange our currency. If we're going from Australian to any other currency, we multiply our Australian currency by whatever the selling price is. If we're going from our other currency back to our Australian dollars, we use whatever the other currency is, so however much of the other currency divided by the buying price in the table, because the bank's buying that currency back off you. So down here, 350 New Zealand dollars divided by 1.2163, and you end up with $287.76 Australian. That's exchange rates.